Well, hello there everyone, Raven Star here, and we also have Cheeps the Gaming Bird. I thought I'd do a video on the Magnavox Odyssey 2. I have a fairly good collection. Here is my box system in front of me here. I also have a voice module as well, and I do have 47 official Magnavox games. I am missing the two Magic ones. Those are very expensive, so one day I'll probably get those. But maybe a lot of younger collectors may not have seen one of these before or haven't heard much about it. You don't see the systems too often. Yeah, they're a second generation, so pretty far back there, released in '79 here in the US, a little bit earlier in Europe. It was also released in South America and even in Japan, but it didn't do so well there. It's a 4-bit system capable of 16 colors and 1024 bytes of ROM. It's called the Odyssey 2 because there was an Odyssey 1. That was the original home video game console, the very first one, the Odyssey 1, or the regular Odyssey. That was, the one that was developed by Ralph Baer. And that was very different, very primitive compared to something like this. Well, here's the box. You can see it looks very 70s-like because it was probably designed in the 70s. A lot of orange and lines that very much 70s. A lot going on. It's trying to really promote the keyboard because the competitors for this thing back then would have been the Atari VCS, which did not have a keyboard. And then later on in television, that didn't come with a keyboard. I mean, eventually it had one, but it didn't come with one. And also maybe the ColecoVision were other competitors. Let me lay this thing down. It's a huge box, really, really big. So around it, they advertise some of the games that you could pick up for it. These didn't come in this box, but they do advertise, you know, some of the, here's what some of the screenshots look like. So in color, but very kind of similar to the Atari, really. I have actually never played an Odyssey game, so that's why I wanted to do a video, maybe get the TV out, hook it up, and try it out. Because I was an Atari girl. I actually had never even seen one of these back in the day. I got my Atari in '82, and I didn't see these things. I didn't know anything about it until way later when I started collecting games. See, here's the other side, showing a lot of the games. Yeah, there were 47 official US ones, way more in Europe. And they were called Videopacs over there. So you've seen the front of the box. Let me flip this thing over. Okay, here's the back. Sorry about the glare, it's kind of shiny. The only system that comes truly complete includes a computer keyboard. A lot of writing, a little bit of about the games that came in it. It was actually one cartridge with 3 games. Also tells you a little bit about some of the board games that you can play on the Odyssey 2. So it's sort of like a board game slash video game. This one came with black joysticks. There are some that are silver. And there are different varieties of these consoles. I'll talk a little bit more about that. See, a lot of writing. And some more screenshots. All right, well, why don't we open this thing up and take a look at the system. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you open the box like that. I have no idea if it came in a plastic bag or not, but this one looks very complete. It has the manual, has the styrofoam and the boxed game right there. All the cords, even the original power supply. And the switch box. Here is the switch box that it came with. So most people don't use switch boxes anymore. There are better ways to attach any other controller. All right, let's take it out. Okay, well here's everything out of the box. We have the console, 2 controllers, all this paperwork, which is pretty awesome. Here is the owner's manual. You could probably find scans of this online if you really need to look at it. Pretty nice. Mine also came with a catalog. I've never seen one of these before. Just, you know, out in the wild. Catalog, I've seen the Atari ones and television and all that, but cool. Here's an Odyssey one too. Very nice color one. And I also have the limited warranty paper. Pretty neat. See, there's about 2 sides to it. Very nice. Oh, this was price affected through 82. All right, neat. And also, here's the switch box that came with mine. As I said, I don't really use switch boxes anymore unless I really have to. Here's the power supply. There's several different power supplies for this thing. Obviously, this is the official one, but if you don't have the official one, if it was lost or you need to replace it, don't worry, you can use an NES one. It seems to work just fine. A lot of the websites say that an NES one is perfect. 12 volt, 600 milliamp one should work just fine. See, a lot of consoles are very particular about their power supply, and if you use the wrong one, it could mess it up. But this console doesn't seem to be very particular, as long as it's a 12 volt 600. Doesn't have to be the original one. Here's the box game that came with it. Pretty good shape. Oh, not really. But this is what the games look like. I'll show you more about the games in a little bit. Here's the manual inside, and that is what the cartridges look like. So that's the one that came inside. And also here is the attached RF cable. Now there's 2 different kinds. This is the kind that is good to have. It's the standard one. This ring around it kind of shows you that it's the standard one. Some of the other versions, I think some of the earlier ones, it doesn't have this ring and it's non-standard, and it's very hard to hook it up if you don't have the proper connector, you know, the proper switch box that came with it. It's very hard to hook it up. So a lot of people, if they're stuck with the other kind, the non-standard version, they usually have it modded to be like this, so it's easier to connect. All right, well, let's take a look under this thing. Let me flip it over. Okay, here it is upside down. It's got all 4 of its feet, that's good. And it's got screws to open it if you need to. And the stickers, I guess the inspection stickers, things like that. Now, I didn't mention too much about these controllers. They're 8-way. Not too bad, you know, single action button. But as I said, this is the black version. Now, there are 4 different kinds of controllers that you could get with your Odyssey 2. This kind, they are hardwired in. Look, if you look into the back, they just go right into the back. There's no plug to plug it in the back. On usually the silver ones, I'm not sure, there might be some black ones as well that have connectors where you can just plug it in, but I think it's mostly the silver ones that have a 9-pin connector, kind of similar to Atari where you just plug it in the back, but these just are hardwired in. But a lot of other consoles, if you were to break your controller, then you're kind of screwed because it's hardwired in. But this one's a little bit different. you can actually open it up, open this back up, and unplug. It's plugged in inside, so you'd be able to unplug it and just put in a new one and then screw it back together. That's very good. So it's not really a death sentence if your controller is broken, or cord chewed by a dog or something like that. So it is fixable. So that's fantastic. Okay, well, let's take a look at the games. This is what the cart looks like. This is the North American version right here. Very nice, kind of like a shiny label with the name written up there on the top. Nice handle. And here is a European version here. They're called Videopacs over there. This is Videopac Plus, so it's maybe more advanced than a regular Videopac like this one. Here's number 34. They did number these so that it's easier to keep track of numbers, than the names. So they started putting numbers on all the carts. This one is Satellite Attack, and this one is Nightmare. So two real cool carts there. Now some of these might work on the American Odyssey. We'll have to see. I know that there's a few that definitely don't, but there are some that definitely do. So we'll have to see which ones. The American cart here, this is the one that came in the Odyssey box. It's the Speedway Spin Out Crypto Logic. This is what the box looks like. It's just a kind of flimsy, so a lot of times are crushed. They have the manuals tucked into the side here, and there's no trays or anything. They just slip right into here. Okay, and that's how they are. And the sides kind of gold like that usually. On this side, simply the name, just very, very simple, with white letters usually, and Odyssey 2 down there. And on the back, simple screenshots of what you're getting into. So here are some of the other ones back here. I do keep them safe by buying these cases here, these plastic cases. Again, they fit perfectly inside. And I get them from Retro Protection, and once you buy them, it stays with the game forever and keeps it safe. So I really recommend those. They're acid free, so it's not going to harm the cardboard. These other ones I have over here are black box, and because there are other kinds, so I just call these a black box because they're black like that. Here's one called Computer Intro. Now notice all the games, or almost all, I think there's one exception, all the games end in an exclamation mark. Cool. So when you're doing your database and you're writing in the titles, make sure you include that because it belongs there. This is a computer intro course, so not really a game, but that one came with a manual. So if you get that one, you might want to get the manual if you want to take the course. That can be quite expensive to get. I think this is like a $30, $35 manual at the time of this video. So, pretty expensive to get some of this stuff, but a lot of them are pretty cheap. Like this one here, this is pack-in one. It's the most common game, so you can get the loose cart for maybe $2, maybe even cheaper if they're trying to get rid of it. And complete in the box for this one's maybe only $5 because they made so many of those. It was packed with all the systems. So here are some of the other ones we have here. Invaders from Hyperspace. I have a couple of these because I wanted to show you that there are some variations in the box. A lot of people don't care at all, but there are variations. See, that one says Magnavox and that one doesn't. It's just print variations, and this one's sealed, so I keep them both. But if you're interested in print variations, there are some in the system. So Invaders from Hyperspace looks pretty cool. That doesn't look like a screenshot. That's a lie. I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like that. Oh, that's probably what it looks like up there. Very, very, very basic. Here, let's see. What's another one? All right, Out of This World, Helicopter Rescue. Nice art on these boxes. Looks something like this. Wow, very basic. So I think I can see why the Atari won over on these things. Casino slot machine. Wow, pretty basic. This one, computer golf. Kind of similar to Atari, sort of. Sealed one. Oh, I don't have a case for this one. I better get a case on it. Las Vegas Blackjack. Very good. Soccer. Okay. Oh, it's hockey and soccer. This one is bowling and basketball. Okay, very, very, very basic. Breakdown. Oh, this one's sealed too. Oh, blockout breakdown. So that sounds like it would be a breakout clone. Oh, look at that. A little bit different. There's people on it. Have to look at that one. Okay, Matchmaker, Logic's Buzzword. Another one that has 3 in it. I don't know, these look like brain games, sort of. Okay, we've got your number. Up here, interesting. I don't know, maybe that's a educational game, maybe. Okay, Las Vegas Blackjack. Okay. Oh, I already have that one. I already showed you that one. I guess the other one was just sealed. And Magic Echo. Oh, wow. I don't know. This math game. So that doesn't look very fun at all. Now this one other one I want to show you quickly. You know, for collectors, it's kind of important. Oh, it has writing on it. What a shame. I hate it when people write on the boxes. Okay, Cosmic Conflict. If you look at the actual cart, it might be confusing because it'll say on the label 2076 Star Command, but up there it does say Cosmic Conflict. So that might throw you off into thinking it's a different game, but just letting you know in case that confuses you. Okay, well here's another stack of the black box games. Have them all laid out this time, so it's a little bit easier for to see. Thunderball, Keyboard Creations, Volleyball, Showdown in 21 AD. Now that's the only, remember I said there was a game that didn't have the exclamation mark on the end? That's it. So it's the only one. Football, Electronic Table Soccer, Baseball, Dynasty, sorry about the glare with my light, Alpine Skiing, Blockout Breakdown, I think I may have showed that already, Alien Invaders Plus, Armored Encounter, Subchase, Pachinko, Take the Money and Run, and Pocket Billiards. Okay, I'll just quickly flip them over to show you. Okay, so these are flipped over so you can see the back of the box. Thunderball, Keyboard Creations, Volleyball, Showdown in 21 AD, Football, Electronic Table Soccer. I mean, some of these might be repeats from the last set, because I do have some sealed and some not. Oh, it's not focusing. Baseball, Dynasty. Oh, the glare. Alpine skiing. Alien Invaders. I guess that's Space Invaders, sort of. Out here. Glare. Subchase. Armored Encounter. Pachinko. Take the money and run. And pocket billiards. All right. Okay, well, I wanted to show you this different black box game that I have here. Notice the side has Japanese writing on it. It's actually a sticker, because I did say, you know, the Odyssey was released in Japan as well a little later, and it didn't do very well. So instead of spending the money to make all brand new boxes in Japanese and things like that, they just took the American boxes and stuck these stickers on the side. I think there might be stickers elsewhere as well sometimes, but they were usually on the side. And they also reprinted the manual in black and white in Japanese, so that you know, they took out the color American manual and put a black and white Japanese manual in there and shipped them to Japan. So this is one that I have that is in Japanese. That's the only one I have. Now, since they didn't sell very many of them, these are getting rarer and harder to find if you can find the Japanese spine. All right, now these over here, we are getting into the non-black boxes. These blue ones here are for The Voice. See, it says The Voice series here for these 3 games in blue boxes. We have Type and Tell, Sid the Spellbinder, and Nimble Numbers Ned. So they work with this voice. It's called The Voice, and it's a voice module that you stick inside the cartridge slot. So you take this, put it into the cartridge slot of the system, and then you plug in one of these carts right in here. And it's supposed to make speech sounds on some of these games, and also maybe make sounds more clear or better, just, you know, an upgrade to sound. So these are a little bit more desirable because they have this sound capability, the extra sound capability. Yeah, they all had sound, but it's just a little bit better with The Voice. Okay, well, here is another series called the Challenger series. And they're called that because they are pretty much better games. They have twice the ROM as the other games. They have better graphics. They're faster, more challenging, things like that. So they were put into the Challenger series. And these are the more expensive games, and usually the better ones, and for the whole system, really. So let's take a look. Oh, you can tell them apart from the other games. It says Challenger series on it, but it also has this blue bar. Very inconsistent on the top sometimes, and on the bottom others. I don't like that at all. I like to have my stuff uniform on the shelf, but that's just me. So the first one here is Monkey Shines. We have Attack of the Time Lord, Freedom Fighters. Oh, there's Casey Munchkin. Now that is the most famous game for this system. Did you know in 1981 Atari sued Magnavox because this game is so close to Pac-Man, they thought. So, I mean, look at it. It really does look a lot like Pac-Man. And now at first they lost, but later on, after an appeal, they did win. And they had to remove the remaining Casey Munchkins off the shelf. But that was well after it sold so many of them. So these are not rare at all. In fact, yeah, let's see, how much do these go for, the Casey Munchkin? $9 loose, maybe 13 in the box. So really not an expensive game, even though they did pull the last few from sale. Then we have Casey's Crazy Chase. We have Turtles. Yeah, that one is worth about 18 loose and 43 in the box. P.T. Barnum's Acrobats, okay. That one's about a $20 game in the box, 15 loose. UFO, not too expensive. Pickaxe Pete, and Killer Bees. Killer Bees there. That's about a $30 game in the box, 20 loose. Smithereens. And then we have the most expensive one, the grail for collecting pretty much, is Power Lords. This one is complete, which is fantastic. It goes for about $179 according to price charting, complete in box. And this one is complete, as I said. So looks pretty interesting. I don't really know what's going on there, but it looks pretty cool. Okay, let me quickly show you the screenshots on the back in case you were interested in looking these up. Monkey Shines, Attack of the Time Lord, several screenshots on that one. Freedom Fighters, space game looks like. Casey Munchkin again, very Pac-Man-like. Casey's Crazy Chase, that's looks really fun. That was a one that sold very well as well. Turtles, an arcade port. P.T. Barnum's Acrobats, a lot like Circus Atari. UFO, space game. Pickaxe Pete, that's a famous game. Oh, it looks like this one's sealed. Killer Bees. Smithereens, looks like a cannon fire game. And then there's Warlords again. Now, did you know that two programmers were responsible for making a lot of these games? Sam Overton and Ed Averett. They made over half of the library for the Odyssey, so hats off to them. They did a great job in producing some of these games, and they did have, of course, help with other programmers, but they were responsible for a lot of them. All right, let's move on. Okay, finally, we have the last series called the Master Strategy video game series. They're actually board games / video games all in one. The first one to come out, so they're in order here: Quest for the Rings, Conquest of the World, and The Great Wall Street Fortune Hunt. That doesn't sound fun at all, but this one does. So let's take a look, see what's inside here. You have to be real careful with these boxes. They're really cool. Oh, this one has the cardboard that was supposed to come in it to help keep the box in shape. This is what these carts look like. These are the gold ones, so you might see these loose when you're out there looking at games. Quest for the Rings here. Nice, beautiful gold label. So this cart alone is, right now it's about $15, but this whole game complete in the box is about $40, so not as much as you think it might be. So that's what that looks like. It comes with this plastic tray and a cover for all of the tokens and things that you need in here. So there's tokens here, these plastic tokens. There's some metal tokens. Those look really cool. And under this tray, there is an overlay that goes over the top of the keyboard. So it would go right on there. So when you push some of these buttons, it does, something in the game. That's the overlay. And then there's two overlays. Are they the same? Oh, two overlays. Look at that. They're the same. I don't know if it's supposed to come with two. And the manual here. It's a nice silver manual. Very cool. Let's see what's in here. But it looks like it would be a pretty difficult game. I think it would probably be. Magic of the Rings, there's stories, and okay. Interesting. Cool. Thing on the back there, okay. Let's see what the board looks like. See, nothing else under there, it's just a tray. The board is kind of small. Oh, it folds out. Let me see, hold on. Use both hands. There we go. Oh, that's a nice board. It's all shiny. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. Pretty cool. So I guess you put your tokens and stuff on here when you follow along. That is pretty awesome. All right, so I wanted to check to make sure that I had all the pieces for that board game. So I found this site called the Odyssey homepage, ! And they have a great list of all of the tokens that you need and how many are supposed to be in the box. And it's all listed right here. So I do definitely recommend this site. Yeah, one overlay, but I have two for some reason, so interesting. So I did check, and I have a complete board game for the rings. That's great. On to the next one. Okay, well, here is the second one of those board games to be released. Oh, there's the back of the Quest one. I didn't show the back. But here it is. Mine is complete as well. So it opens up like this. Pretty nice box. This one has the ribbon keeper there to keep the lid open. The other one had that broken, so might want to look at that. Here is the cartridge. Again, I said all these are gold, so you should find them gold. Conquest of the World. Nothing on the back. This one also has cardboard. A cover for the tokens. My tokens haven't even been punched out, so I don't think anybody was interested in playing this. So there are 3 of the 100 non-punched out, 3 500, and 3 1000. So that's pretty cool. So let's see what's under the tray. Okay, Conquest of the World. Here is the manual. Another nice gold manual. Yep. Gotta be something in it, right? There you go. Okay, nice color manual. Pretty cool. And there is a board in here. Oh, and then there's some markers too. And these it looks new, like nobody's touched this. So they're all here. Oh, they're magnets. It feels like magnets. They're very heavy. So these are not punched out. So I wonder if this is going to be kind of like a Risk or something. Pretty neat. So if you're wanting to know what a complete one looks like, this is it. Okay, doesn't seem to be any overlays for this game, but here is the board. Wow, that doesn't look really very interesting to me, but yeah, I'm sure somebody would like it. Okay, looks complicated, but sure somebody wants to play. Pretty awesome. Okay, there's the back of the Conquest of the World box. And then we'll move on to Wall Street, the Great Wall Street Fortune Hunt. This one also seems to have its ribbon to keep it open. Here's the cart, gold cover. This has tokens here. These markers here. 3 different colors. They feel metal. Okay, and underneath here. Oh wow, look at this. This is a couple of different like folders. It feels like pleather there. Investment record. Interesting. Not really. Really not interesting at all to me, but I'm sure somebody would love it. Cool. There's 2 of those. Here's the manual. Another gold manual. Okay, wow, lots of writing, lots of reading. You know, we didn't have our smartphones to play on in the 70s, and so this is what people did. All right, I'm trying to open this. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble. Hold on. There we go. Don't want to hurt it. Okay. Whoa. Lots of bar graphs. Whoop-de-doo. Pretty fun. Yep, pretty fun. All right. Okay, and if you're interested in knowing if your set is complete, I'm zooming in to the Odyssey homepage website to show you what is complete. Game board, tokens, 2 investment things. Yep, looks like everything's complete. Okay, there's a quick view of the back of the box. All right. Oh, also, to protect these, I had them in, again, Retro Protection makes protectors specifically for these 3 games. So I just needed to order 3 because that's all there is. There's only 3 of these board games, so it didn't cost too much, and they're protected forever. All right, I think what we're going to do next is try to hook this up and see if it works. I have never tried to plug this in. I don't really know. I've never played Odyssey 2 before, so I'm interested to see. So let's see if it works. Okay, everyone, I found a very cute CRT TV. This is a Sylvania. It's from 2002, so not really as old as it looks. So it's actually like 20 years older than the console itself, but hopefully it should work fine. It's a CRT. So the first thing we do is got the cord here and the RF here. So instead of using that silly switch box, nowadays people use these adapters that we used to get from Radio Shack all the time. Oh, Radio Shack. Oh. Well, here it is. It's called, got a bunch of them. They're called RF TV coaxial F plug female adapter. And I got a ton of them. They say if you can get gold ones that they conduct a little bit better, but I am actually using a gold one in the back there, but I'm showing you this one. What you do is you plug it right on to the end of that. So put that end right on there. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then this part screws in to the back of the TV. So I've already got one in the back of the TV there. I screwed it in, and then you just plug it in. Okay, it's all the way in as far as it'll go. And I screwed it in as tight as it would go too. All right, that part's done. And I've plugged in the power brick. Okay, and that's in the back of the machine right there. See, sorry about my fingers there. Okay, so it's all plugged in. All right, and let's see if the TV comes on first. Should be channel 3. Takes a while to come on, remember? Back in the day, these TVs don't come right on. Okay, channel 3, that's the channel you want. There is a way to get in here and change it to 4 if you want to, if you have to. Like 3 isn't working, there is a way to switch it to 4, but you have to open up the bottom of the machine and look in there. There is a switch to 4. But we have 3 up there on the TV, so that's great. It recommends 3 in the manual, so I'm going to grab the most famous cart for this console is KC Munchkin. And it goes in the slot, and it goes in label facing you, and you push it in until it makes a kind of a click noise. Okay, make sure that the power is off when you do that. Okay, it's always supposed to be off when you're removing or putting in cartridges. Okay, and now let's see if it works. Oh, good. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Select game. So I was kind of looking through the manual a little bit, and for KC, it said to push 0. Okay. Okay. So you got something going on here. All right. So remember, this is the game that is kind of a ripoff of Pac-Man, but is a little bit different because, see, the dots move. They move a little bit. So I'm not completely sure all the rules for this, but I'm gonna press. Make sure you have the left joystick. The left one is supposed to work. Okay, so I'm gonna just press reset. Pressing 0. See, I can move him. I can move him right away, but I died right away. Okay, that's Casey Munchkin. I'm moving. Got it. Okay, I got a power pellet there. Uh-oh. I can't see. Okay, there's these power pellets everywhere. Oh man, they're fast. The ones that are flashing are like the ones that change the ghosts. So like now they've changed, so I can hit the ghost, but for a very short amount of time. All the other dots kind of move around, and they're just points. Oh man, I'm trapped. So not super easy, just have to keep trying. Okay, now I can eat the ghosts. Oh man, changed very fast. You get points for the other dots, and points for each ghost, obviously. The joystick, oh man, the joystick is very springy. It feels like I'm moving a spring. It's very strange. Okay, the whole point is to try to get all the dots. I got 2 more to go. And of course to get as many points as you can. And that last dot sure does run around. There we go. Okay, and that's it. You try to get as many points as you can. And it looks like some of the maze kind of moves a little bit too. So it's pretty fun. I'd never played that before, but it looks pretty fun. Okay, well, what happens if we put in one of these European video packs? A lot of the websites say they do work, so let's try it. This is a satellite attack. Now I don't have any instructions, so I probably won't be able to do much with it, but let's see if it works. Make sure power is off. It is off, right? Yep. Okay, put the card in and press power. Does it work? It does. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try pressing 0 again because that's what Casey did. Oh, wow, okay. What's going on here? There's a little spaceship, and oh, this time the right joystick was the one that works. Interesting. Oh man. Okay, that's blew up there. So satellite attack. This is European. Oh, and I'm trying to do this with one hand and okay, well, you get the idea. So that's cool. I like that one. Okay. Okay, and now this is the Videopac Plus, number 53. It's called Nightmare. Ooh. Wonder what this one's like. I don't even know if it'll work, but let's see if it is one that will work. Okay. All right, I'll try pressing 0 like the others. No, that didn't do anything. Maybe 1? Oh, 1 or 2 maybe. I'll say 1. Maybe 1 player. Oh, okay. There's a guy down here. It's me. Okay, I'm walking around. Oh man, there's a ghost. A ghost got me. Okay, looks like I'm trying to escape. And there's a, oh look, man. Okay, that's really hard. Okay, you can, damn. Okay, I really don't know how you're supposed to get out of that. That was it? Okay. Guess you have to keep trying. Reset. Okay. Oh, I walked right into him. Try going this way. Big time fail. I'm moving the other way. I wonder what happened there. Look, it's going the wrong way. Oh, it's just playing by itself. Yeah, look at it. It's playing by itself. I'm not doing anything. Okay. How do you get it to... Oh, 0 players? Maybe because I pressed 0, it's playing by itself. So let me reset and press 1. 1 player. Alright. Okay. Now it's just me playing, but this is hard. Look at that. How on earth do you get by? I don't have the manual. I'm going to have to look this one up online. Yeah, I mean, no matter what direction I go, I'm killed by the ghost. Oh well. That one's fun. I kind of like that one, though. I'll just have to figure it out. I'm so glad these Videopac ones work, too. Fantastic. Okay, well, there we are. That is my entire Odyssey 2 collection. I'm very glad I was able to play some of these old guys, and I'm very happy that my console worked. Fantastic. Now, we don't always have a lot of time to play Skyrim, but I'll definitely know what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be trying out a lot of these that I've never played before. Okay, well, save some time to play. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.